Welcome to Rob Talks. Today we're exploring all three of the Mayan calendars for August 23, 2026, and I'll end with a daily affirmation. The Mayan calendars reflect that you may already know more than you think you do, bringing in wisdom, intuition, and strength. Now let's look at the meaning of each calendar. First up is the long count calendar. The date is 13 Baktun, 0 Cotton, 13 Tun, 12 Winal, and the 7 Kin. Rather than constantly pushing forward, the long count's energy encourages you to pause and observe. Sometimes the clearest direction appears when you become quiet enough to recognize it. The 7 Kin is about reflection, inner vision, balance, and spiritual alignment. You're being asked to slow down enough to listen to yourself and to pay attention to dreams and intuitive impressions. Also to review your recent decisions as you let your inner wisdom guide your next action. Now let's look at today's Tzolk'in calendar. We are also translating the 13-day Tzolk'in cycles in another video. I will put a link to it in the description box below. The Tzolk'in date is now 10 Ix. Ix is represented by the Jaguar. It's associated with spiritual power, intuition, wisdom, nature, and a connection with the earth. The number 10 represents manifestation and accomplishment. Yesterday Ben reminded us to strengthen our roots. Today Ix reminds us to trust what those roots have taught ourselves. We have accumulated experiences, we have survived challenges, we have learned lessons and developed instincts. Not every answer needs to come from outside ourselves. Sometimes the deepest wisdom is already present within. The Jaguar teaches us to move with awareness rather than fear. The question here is, what does our inner wisdom already know but has been afraid to acknowledge? Together 10x creates a powerful combination of inner wisdom and manifestation. It asks for us to bring an intention into physical reality. You're being asked to trust your intuition without abandoning discernment and to spend time away from unnecessary noise. Also to notice what your environment is communicating and allow yourself to move toward your goals. Now let's explore the HAAB calendar. We are now in the HAAB month of Pax. For more information about this month there is a link in the description box below. Today's HAAB date is 2 Pax. Pax carries themes traditionally associated with strength, preparation, leadership, courage, and determination. The beginning of Pax is about establishing strength and preparing for what lies ahead. The second day of Pax begins developing the intention established at the beginning of the month. If 1 Pax represented planting the intention, 2 Pax brings awareness of relationship and polarity. This is the time to ask, what supports your strength? What weakens it? Where are you divided within yourself? And where do you need to bring 2 opposing parts of your life into greater harmony? When combined with 10 Ix, this creates an invitation to trust your inner wisdom while becoming more conscious of the forces influencing your choices. You're being asked to identify what strengthens you and to bring conflicting priorities into balance. Also to build strength through consistency rather than force, with yourself and with others. Now let's look at what the collective message is from all three calendars. Here's the meaning of each calendar summed up. The long count is about reflection, inner vision, and spiritual alignment. The Tzolk'in is about wisdom, intuition, manifestation, nature, and spiritual power. The HAAB calendar is about strength, preparation, relationships, and balance. This is a time to trust the wisdom within you. You have already begun building your foundation. Now you're being asked to listen more deeply. The Jaguar doesn't rush. It observes, knows when to move, and it knows when to remain still. There is power in learning the difference. Collectively, 10x reminds us that our relationship with the earth is also a relationship with ourselves. When we become disconnected from nature, stillness, and our own inner awareness, we can lose touch with the wisdom that helps us navigate change. Pax adds strength and preparation, and together the future becomes clearer when we quiet the noise and reconnect with the wisdom within and around us. If this message has found you today, you may be entering a period where intuition becomes increasingly important. You may notice subtle signs, such as a feeling, a recurring thought, a dream, a sudden realization, or a sense that something simply isn't right, or that something feels deeply aligned. Don't automatically dismiss these impressions. Take time to observe them. Your intuition isn't necessarily asking you to act immediately. Sometimes it is simply asking you to pay attention. Here is an affirmation reflecting today's calendars, but please first remember to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe to help us grow. Thank you. Here's the affirmation. I trust the wisdom within me, move with awareness, and confidently manifest what is aligned with my highest path. Thank you all for your support.